start the drive with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Here's Herbert. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job, and that led to an incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Bears are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And forget about height.
Robinson with another carry. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Ready. 3rd down and 13.
White. Blue striker. Ready.
Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing more of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now remember the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now it's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this Bears defense, and they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Herbert now. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Cook, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this is nowhere close. He pulled it badly. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal. And then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever. That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. I love that play, because in the snow, you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Red, cycle.
They go play action. Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Young. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
The Bears have
Point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
now Young. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Mega. Set, cut.
on 1st and 10.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Up here, and thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 2nd and 9.
Herbert.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Christian Kirk with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Ballard to return from the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Try to atone for it here on this drive.
So if you've been playing out otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, ready. Cross red. Yellow.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Smash red. Ready.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. That is caught.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Hey, green. Ready, ready.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Young now.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then a dish.
Touchdown, Bears!
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Herbert off of play action. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Young. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Here we go.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Cut.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Come on, set. Commit, red. Go pink. Jack Hunt.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. 44 yards. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Herbert on first down now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hey, go lion.
is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Again, Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Young to throw it.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Green Jack. Go red.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Ready.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, rest. Black shot. Ready.
Here is Young. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive in a relatively quick manner. And quickly, they get to the line.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert. Nolan Smith dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
Now he's free at the 35. Christian Kirk.
Touchdown, Washington. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
Hey, Kappa. Go. Whoa. 59,
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Young to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Well, he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he is going to have the...
Capper. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Room here to run through an opening, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final round, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And now time is a giant issue. That would have been important to maybe get you into Hail Mary range. But this defense is certainly going to make it tough. And that's going to fall incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
It got his man complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What a play there. You got to use that timeout, though.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot. But this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Here comes 2nd down.
One last throw here for Herbert. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game, but the Hail